ball in June. Productive returners and fresh faces start that journey together tonight against Youngstown State. One of those newcomers is left-handed starter Jake Marciano, a transfer from Virginia Tech. He gets the call for the Tigers on opening night against Penguins southpaw Braden Gebhardt. The Butch Thompson pregame report is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn baseball tickets are on sale now. Single-game general admission tickets are available for as low as $15. Prices fluctuate based on the opponent and day of the week. 8-game mini plans are on sale for $112. Flex plan vouchers are available for home games excluding premium SEC series. Learn more about the pricing structure and availability and buy your tickets today by going to the Tickets tab in the Auburn Athletics app or visiting aubtix.com. Take your place in Plainsman Park this season with Auburn baseball.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Game day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with the Butch Thompson pregame report.
Well, in a lot of ways, it feels like a long 8 months, but then I look at the lineup for today, I see so many familiar names, and it doesn't feel like it's been 8 months, but here we are, opening day again.
Man, it's a beautiful day at Plainsman Park, and excited for our players, our coaches to been working since August to get out here and start this journey to start learning and growing. And yeah, I'm not sure I believe any coach if they say they know where their team's at. So that's what opening days are for. And it's exciting. And we'll start from that first pitch today, starting to figure out our ball club and seeing the things that we need to do to keep trying to get better and better. So try to get better today and get back out here stay after a series with Youngstown State, and just these first 4 weeks of non-conference play is just a great opportunity for this version to grow. But to see all our people here and on a beautiful day like this, it's kind of hard to dream up for February the 13th after the last month and a half that stared us in the face, and it's been kind of a struggle, but looks like we're blessed with a beautiful day today.
Before we talk about the game on the field, there are a couple of faces that we won't see at the ballpark that we're just so used to seeing, and Mike Cooper and Philip Marshall obviously have passed on, and it will be noticeable to not see or hear them here at the ballpark.
I thought you might ask me that. I talk to my mom every day, lost my dad in 18, and anybody listening out there, just pick them up, take nobody for granted, and I don't think we ever did with these two men, but Mike Cooper, he was just there so steady every day and just loved Auburn through our highs and actually through our lows. He stayed with the ball club, and that's what was endearing to me, because people are with you through the good times and they want you to take them on a ride. But somebody like Mike Cooper was a steady influence and loved these players, baseball, softball, really anything Auburn that he touched. He was consistent in his love for them. And then So we're going to honor him in a big way tonight. We're going to put a helmet decal our players are going to wear throughout this season, and hopefully we'll have a piece of our marketing team to allow Mike to continue to live through this 26th season and be part of it. But somebody's got to fill these shoes here during the games. And then after a game, I think about Philip Marshall and what he means to Auburn. And I know I got the back half of Philip's connection because it lasts so many decades with Auburn. But I knew when I walked into the press conferences, Philip, if he was in the room or not, because he was the senior member. He got to ask the first question, and I knew immediately if he was there or not. And I appreciate the friendship. Sitting in the office before after a series, being here for our regional and super regional last year meant a lot to our baseball program. So praying for both families in a big, big way. And, man, those are two big gaps for people that love Auburn to pick up.
All right, as we get to this game, you give the ball to Jake Marciano to get it started for you. What can fans expect to see or hear from this newcomer to your ball club?
Hopefully, we can just leverage counts. It's a left-hander. It's a tall, thinner version of lefty, but he's really thrown the fastball to both sides of the plate. Last couple outings have been good, just kind of solidified himself for this spot. He was really battling with Griffin Graves, who I need to mention will be out this weekend with the lat pull. Really hope he's back next weekend. But Jake really was the one guy that you thought would throw opening day when Griffin went down there about 10 days ago with that lat pull. Good breaking ball. I think the changeup might be a little bit ahead of that, and that changeup really throttles hitters well. And again, these three starters that will throw this weekend, they've won the waving of the flag of strike percentage. So hopefully he leverages a lot of counts. He's been at 67, 68% strikes, which is pretty good for a college pitcher. And hopefully his stuff shows up today and leverages those counts with a bunch of strikes and gets us off to a good start.
So much attention paid to those three freshmen All-Americans that are back with you this year. What's been the message to those three specifically through the fall and through these preseason practices as you get ready to start their second year with your program?
Yeah, growth and developments, different ways. We got four guys back. If you had Lucas Steele, who was a transfer last year, those are four guys with over 40 RBIs returning. Nobody had four guys in that category in this great conference last year. So those three freshmen feel like everyday players. Lucas Steele will get a start out in left field today. Those four guys, that's almost half a lineup, so plugging in some other pieces, new pieces, is really important. Guevara is another one that I think of there. It's an everyday player, but we're going to take a look at a lot of different guys these three games. It's going to be strange for me, probably more than anybody else, because I think we got 13 or 14 position players that we would love to have a start in this 3-game series. But we'll get started today. But those four that we just talked about and add Guevara, you're going to see those guys as a mainstay here to start 26.
Cannot wait to watch your guys here in just a few minutes. All the best today, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
You've created a comfortable home office.
Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Zeroing in on first pitch from Plainsman Park. Let's set the lineup for the visiting Penguins from Youngstown State. Trevor Sharpie is in his second year as the head coach of the Penguins. Center fielder Kendall Spencer leads it off. Batting second in right field, it's Braden Curriger. Luke Rossi is the third baseman. He'll hit third. Cleanup hitter is the left fielder Brady Shannon. Batting fifth, the DH, Teddy Ruffner. Garrett Cutting is the shortstop. He will bat sixth. Hitting seventh and catching is Caleb Handley. Misael Yoripero, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Nick Miscavige is the first baseman, rounding out the batting order. Once again, for Youngstown State, Spencer, Curriger, Rossi, Shannon, Ruffner, Cutting, Hadley, Yoripero, and Miscavige. For your Auburn Tigers, Butch Thompson in his 11th season at the helm for the Tigers, and a lot of familiar names, especially in the top half of the lineup. Second baseman Chris Rembert at the top. Batting second in right field, it's Bub Terrell. Eric Guevara plays short tonight. He'll hit third. Cleanup man is the catcher, Chase Stralick. Todd Clay makes his Auburn debut at third base. He bats fifth. Logan Gregorio, the DH, making his Auburn debut, hits sixth. Batting seventh in left field, it's Lucas Steele. Ethan Bingaman, the freshman, plays first and bats eighth. And the junior center fielder, Cade Ballou, hits ninth. Again, for your Tigers, Rembert, Terrell, Guevara, Fralick, Clay, Gregorio, Steele, Bingaman, and Ballou. First pitch straight ahead on a beautiful night on the Plains. It's Auburn baseball coming your way after this. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you that you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Dr. Michael Zabala. Well, it's kind of funny because he called me and said, I have an injured player. Can you make him something to get him back on the field? And if I'm entirely honest, I didn't know exactly how we were going to do it. But I said, yes, we absolutely can. I didn't even know who the player was, but I did feel pretty confident we could make something for him. So Robbie and Kirk Nelson show up with who ultimately was Anthony Schwartz. So we brought him in. Jake Larson, who's now our head of engineering at EXO, was a PhD student in my lab at the time. And he quite brilliantly figured out how to go from the scan of Anthony's hand to a 3D printed device that he was able to wear in his hand. And he started wearing it in practices, and then he wore it in games. And next thing we knew, he was scoring touchdowns while he was wearing it.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
And welcome back to Plainsman Park. Fans continue to file in, and the Tigers are just about to take the field for the first time in 2026. I'm Brad Law, joined by John Cohen. John, this is always an exciting time. What are the coaches feeling right now before their team takes the field for the first time?
Well, Brad, what they're really thinking about is just trying to compete with the game today. You really don't have an opponent. Your kids are super excited about being out there, and you hope they don't try and do too much. And quite frankly, you're telling your team, if Youngstown wins this game, they're going to tell their grandchildren about it. And if you lose this game, you're going to have to remember losing a home opener for, maybe the first time in a long time. Yeah. So if for people who think there's not a lot on the line here today, there's a lot on the line today.
Well, the team has just taken the field. Let's set the Tigers defensively for you. Lucas Steele gets the call in left field. It's Kate Ballou in center. And in right field, it is Bub Terrell. And Bub with a hand up acknowledging a full back 40. That student section there jam-packed as we get ready to go tonight. Along the infield, Todd Clay makes his Auburn debut at third base. Eric Guevara shifts over to short for tonight. Chris Rembert, the steady second baseman for the Tigers. And the freshman over at first base, Ethan Bingaman, gets the start in his collegiate debut. Chase Freilich behind the plate. And Jake Marciano is the pitcher. Marciano, 6'2", sophomore left-hander from Toms Creek, New Jersey. Last year for Virginia Tech, he was 4-2 in 14 starts. He pitched 3 innings in his debut, and then everything else, that was in relief. Everything else was a start. 60 2/3 innings, 70 hits, 42 runs, 41 of them earned. He gave up 12 home runs, 18 walks, and he struck out 71. Through a total of 1,088 pitches a year ago. He had 2 starts in which he went over 100 and another in which he went 90+. And so Jake Marciano gets the call. Auburn replacing all 3 starting pitchers from its weekend rotation a season ago. And Marciano, a transfer, gets the call. Number 4 out there against Spencer, Carragher, and Rossi for Youngstown State. It's a Penguins team that went 15-42 a season ago. They were 11-19 in the Horizon League. They're picked preseason 4th in that conference heading into this season. So we're just about set to get things going. Chuck Pack will call the balls and strikes. Nathan Huber, the first base umpire. Adam Clark at second. And Manny Gonzalez is at third. Beautiful night for baseball. It's lefty on lefty as Marciano steps on top of the rubber. And Spencer steps in. And the 2026 Auburn baseball season is underway. Marciano starts with a fastball outside for ball 1. 90 on the first heater to Kendall Spencer. Transfer from Savannah State to the Penguins program. The 1-0 pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Fastball, got it over the plate, down a little bit. Spencer swung over the top, a ball and a strike. First pitch weather forecast is presented by Jackson Services. When your comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. 1-1 pitch right through there. A ball and 2 strikes. Took something off. Coach Thompson lauded the changeup from Marciano. He said his breaking ball is really good. His changeup may be a little ahead of that. So he got a couple of complimentary pitches to a fastball. He can move around the plate. 1-2, swung on and missed. He pulled the string and got the swing from Spencer. Batter number 1, strikeout number 1 for Marciano.
Hey, let's not forget, Brad, that in the 40s, Marciano knocked out Joe Louis.
That's true.
The Brown Bomber, one of the greats of all time.
Yeah.
So
Rocky Marciano.
You gotta keep that in mind.
So plenty of punch outs this season from this Marciano is what we're hearing.
Yeah, that's a great changeup right there. And Butch in your pregame mentioned, and I've heard it from several of the coaches, the changeup is the swing and miss pitch, but left on left, he really likes a cut fastball or slider. And they really think this young man's going to play a pivotal role in this pitching staff.
Next batter is right-hander Braden Carragher. First pitch to him is right through there for a strike. So after the first one missed, it's been all strikes from Marciano. 63 degrees, clear skies. Temperature's going to fall through the 50s throughout our game tonight. But I don't know that you could drum up a more perfect night weather-wise. Off-speed pitch, high part of the zone to Carragher. It's strike 2, 0-2. Jackson Services, by the way, family-owned since 1973. Call Jackson Services today. Feel the difference. Jackson Services delivering comfort, creating trust. 0-1 pitch. Pop fouled back out of play. It's 0-2. .5:33 our time at first pitch tonight. People continue to file in. Parking deck is full. War Eagle Wall is full. Back 40 is full. Auburn baseball is a happening. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him to chase the changeup away. And for the left-hander, the changeup away to a right-handed batter, kryptonite so often, and it's back-to-back strikeouts to start the outing for Marciano.
Yeah, Brad, that's a great pitch because it never really becomes a hittable strike. It stays out of the zone. It stays out of the zone. And you just can't get barreled to a pitch that's off the black to the right-handed hitter.
Another righty. It's Luke Rossi from Salinas, California, redshirt junior. First pitch to him is a little bit up. 1 ball, no strikes. Just the second pitch out of the strike zone here in the top of the first.
I think Andy would have given that pitch in, my goodness, at least, at the very least.
Andy's listening tonight. 1-0 pitch. That one missed inside. Rossi had to back out of the way. 2-0.
Andy, don't come home without a win this weekend. You could just stay up there in Fayetteville.
He's doing the night before meal the right way. I know that. I know where he's going tonight.
Do tell.
2-0 pitch. Missed inside. 3 balls, no strikes. It's a thin crust pizza place in Fayetteville called Guido's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
our chief of staff, Lee Van Horn, spent 3 years in law school at Arkansas, and he's very familiar with the cuisine.
3-0 right through there. 3-1.
You know, that's 4 pitches, and I'm telling you, I think every one of them could have been called a strike.
Yeah,
I mean, this young man's dialed in. Every single miss is a small miss, which is a great sign.
Well, you don't get the opening night nod unless you have thrown a lot of strikes in preseason practice. There's a swing and a miss. 3-1. Was that the cut fastball there? Yeah.
You know, you're going to call really a hard slider more of a cutter when it has more velocity, and that was 85 miles an hour. A true slider for him is going to be more in that 78, 82 mile an hour range.
See if he goes to the changeup here, 3-2, or if he goes with the power, the pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball with a little extra. 92 on the inner half of the plate. Marciano strikes out the side in his Auburn debut. 3 up, 3 down go the Penguins. Auburn comes to bat in the first time in 2026 when we come back to Plainsman Park. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Serves up, Auburn family. Saturday, February 21st, your Auburn men's tennis team competes in a doubleheader versus Florida and the Citadel. For free admission at the Yarborough Tennis Center, we're serving up more than just aces this sweet SEC home opener. Join us for Publix desserts while you cheer on your Tigers. The matchup versus the Gators will start at noon. The Bulldogs to follow at 5 p.m. We'll see you at the Yarborough Tennis Center in your orange and blue. War Eagle.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Three up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts for Jake Marciano in his first inning as an Auburn Tiger. Can't start much better than that, and Auburn comes to bat for the first time against Braden Gebhardt. It'll be Rembert, Terrell, and Guevara for the Tigers. Here's the defense for Youngstown State. Brady Shannon is in left field. Kendall Spencer in center. Braden Carragher is in right field. Along the infield, it's Luke Rossi at third. Garrett Cutting at short. Misael Yorapero is at second. And Nick Miscavige is at first base. The catcher for the Penguins is Caleb Hadley. And Braden Gebhardt gets the opening night call for Youngstown State. He's appeared in 56 games throughout his Penguins career, 14 starts. He started 9 games as a freshman. And now as he enters his senior season, he's coming off a junior year in which he started one game, made 18 relief appearances. He was 3-5 with a 7.05 earned run average, 44 and 2/3 innings, 58 hits, 43 runs, 35 of them earned. He walked 19, struck out 43 in 44 and 2/3 innings, gave up 6 doubles and 8 home runs. Opposition hit 317 against Gebhardt, and that was a career high. He had not had a season in which opposition hit above 300 until a year ago. So the lefty, 6'2", 225. He plants and fires, and first pitch is swung on and fouled off by Chris Rembert. Freshman All-American, Team USA representative out of Pensacola. No balls and a strike. From the right side of the rubber, the stretch by Gebhardt, and the pitch that missed upstairs. It's 1-1. Auburn in the navy blue tops, the navy blue pants. That's a familiar look. White numbers, white letters. Navy blue batting helmets, navy blue head to toe. Youngstown State in the traditional looking road gray jerseys, gray pants, red numerals and letters, white trim, red caps. That's an off-speed pitch that misses high to Rembert. He's taken a couple of those up in the zone, and it's 2-1.
I'm going to go into the archives here, Brad. Chris Rembert reminds me so much of Joe Morgan of the Big Red Machine.
Ooh. 2-1. There's a drive to left. Rembert got a hold of it. Back to the warning track. The catch made by Shannon. Oh, that looked good coming off of Rembert's bat. Didn't quite have the carry, and Shannon read it well, too. Went back to the warning track and made a jumping catch.
Yeah, ball was stung for sure. He got the pitch he wanted, and he got the barrel head out front. The thing is, he just brings it every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. He's a great base runner. He's a great defender, and he has great at-bats every time he walks to the plate.
You'll get a lot of hits with that swing throughout this season as he did a year ago. Here's Bub Terrell in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him, misses high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, my good friend Jay and Cynthia Chapman are here tonight from Birmingham. Great Auburn people.
With about 5,000 of their friends. 1-0. Fouled off the hands, back to the screen. It's a ball and a strike. Bub right at 300 a season ago. 5 homers, 41 RBIs. You look up and down the returning guys who played for Auburn and the newcomers who are here from other places combined to drive in the lineup tonight. 341 runs last year. Pitch misses way outside. It's 2-1 to Terrell.
Is that good?
It's an average of 42.5. So you take the 8 guys in the lineup that have experience here or elsewhere. So Bingham not included in that. And they average 42.5 returning RBIs apiece. There's a pitch a little above the belt, called a strike, 2-2. Opening night across college baseball. We can bring you updates on the Yellowwood scoreboard throughout the game tonight. Here's the 2-2 pitch. They're rowing the boat in the dugout on 2-2, and the pitch misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Tigers have been ahead. First 2 batters of the ball game ahead in the count. Outfield plays straight away. No wind on this cool night. Long look in. Pitch clock down to 2. The delivery. Swung on and missed, and it gets away from the catcher. It's a strikeout, but Bub beats the throw down to first. It squirted away to the left of the plate area toward the Auburn dugout, and Hadley got a bit of a late jump to get to the ball. Terrell with good speed got down the line in a hurry. It's a strikeout, but he's aboard with 1 down.
You know, Brad, I was talking to the head coach from Youngstown State, Coach Sharpie, before the game, and he was telling me the weather has been so brutal in Youngstown, Ohio for the past month and a half. They really haven't been outside. This is one of the few opportunities this ball club has had to be outside early in this year.
First pitch is a high strike call to Eric Guevara. Very high strike call.
You just summoned your inner Andy right there. But I like it, Andy. I like it.
The 0-1 to Guevara. Off the hands the other way. Opposite field single, Guevara. Bouncing ball into right field, and he's aboard for the first time this season. Terrell down to second. Tigers have something going here in the first.
You know, Brad, you can't help but cheer for Guevara. I mean, he had that knee injury as his second knee injury. My wife, Nell, and I she was rehabbing her knee, and he was rehabbing his knee, and he was in that rehab facility in the complex every morning at 5:30 a.m. He's working so hard to get full strength again. I think he's going to be one of the premier defenders in this league. Is it third? Is it shortstop? You don't know. But if the bat comes along, he's a premier player.
He hit .331 for the year, and that was not being in the lineup every day for about the first half of the season. Once he got there every day, first pitch to Fralick misses high and outside, 1-0. He was tearing the cover off the ball.
He was. And if he can have great at-bats, Jimmy Connors here he can have a productive year as well.
Fralick takes ball too high. Fralick evaluated the strike zone as well for a freshman last year as any we have seen.
Brad, how old does it make me seem if I bring up people like, Morgan and
and Jimmy Connors?
Jimmy Connors.
Just classic, that's all.
Yeah.
2-0. Another high strike call, 2-1. The high strike is going to be there tonight from Chuck Pack.
It should. It should. We all want a bigger strike zone. Will they stay with that strike zone for an entire game and an entire season?
2-1. Ground ball towards second. Bobbled by the second baseman. Shortstop steps on the bag. No, he doesn't. He is off the bag as he fields the ball, and everybody is safe.
We're going to have our first review of the year, too, because I think this is really close. This is worth reviewing if you're Coach Sharpie.
So Yuri Perro, the second baseman, came up to try to field it and start a double play. He bobbled the ball. The shortstop, cutting, then tried to lean over, keep his foot on the bag, and grab the ball. Second base umpire Adam Clark, right there, watching the play, said that Cutting did not keep his foot on the bag when he got possession of the ball.
We're going to have a review right here.
Yeah.
Well,
he didn't have the ball.
That's really close. And here's the problem. The problem is
he's shielded.
He's shielded. Guevara actually shields the umpire from the play. So I think they're going to get a better look at this. I think it's close. He could be out, but it's really close.
The first base camera gives you the view that the second base umpire had. He was shielded.
And here's credit to him. He might have gotten this wrong, but he called what he saw.
Right.
And he had limited vision there.
Yeah. The home plate view, the camera behind the plate is the one I think that's going to give everybody the clearest view. He doesn't have the ball there.
It's a really difficult call, and the reason is because he stabs the ball with the glove. If he grabs it with his bare hand, which I don't know if it's possible, if he can grab it with his bare hand, he's going to have a better chance because he has to secure the ball in his glove. And that's very much a judgment call.
So the first replay review of the season in the first inning of the season continues. Either Auburn will have runners at first and third with 2 outs, or the bases loaded with 1 out, and Todd Clay coming to bat. Clay's going to be up no matter what.
The word that comes to mind here is inconclusive.
Yeah. Well, in conference games, it is central review. Here in these early games, these non-conference games, 2 of the umpires go into a room. They take a look at the angles that are available to them.
The other issue that we always have to say, Brad, is what we're watching on the screen right now is not necessarily available to the umpires.
Yeah. So the review continues. By the way, Cecilia Pleva sang the national anthem tonight, did a phenomenal job.
Very well done.
Just a tremendous, worthy of opening night. And then Jordan Szabo, the women's tennis head coach, threw the first pitch.
I talked to Jordan earlier in the day. He did a great job with it. He was very nervous. He was very nervous. Jordan, one of the great tennis coaches in the country. He's just done a phenomenal job since he's shown up here on the Plains.
The women's tennis program here has had some success, but, I mean, he got here and immediately began raising the bar much higher. Well, this is a long review.
I bet Jordan can also punt a football.
Well, what I said, if he was nervous about the first pitch, they should have doctored a tennis ball to look like a baseball, just spray paint it, and then take a racket out there and serve it to the catcher.
Yeah, he would have done a phenomenal. That's a great idea.
And if you want the Wimbledon feel, he could have bounced it on the grass out there beside the mound first. Okay, here we go. All right. Runner is out. Youngstown State keeps its challenge. And so apparently it was inconclusive, the view from behind home plate, that Cutting got the foot on the bag before Guevara slid in safely. So is that still an error on the second baseman originally that allows Fralick to reach, or does that become a fielder's choice?
No, that's a fielder's choice.
Okay.
When you record an out,
okay,
and there's no extra advancement.
Yeah, then that takes an error away from Uripero at second. Cutting gets the force out at second base. First and third, 2 outs. Todd Clay, first pitch swinging, pops it back out of play. What a cut. What a cut he took. Clay from Auburn, one of 2 Auburn natives in the lineup tonight, he and Cade Ballou. 361 a year ago at UAB. 7 homers, 51 RBIs. Runners at the corners, 2 down, bottom of the first. There's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Quickly 0-2 on Clay.
He looks in the dugout and immediately 2 coaches are saying, hey, let's take a little something off that and let's just make somebody early in this ballgame make a play with runners in scoring position.
0-2 delivery. Ooh, fouled off, just got a piece, and he got a piece of the umpire there too.
And the catcher traditionally is going to make his way out to the mound and give the home plate umpire a little bit of time. And if he doesn't need time, he's going to say, hey, buddy, let's roll. Let's go. But if he does need time, he's not going to say anything.
I like that both guys separated at the moment. The catcher, Hadley, went out toward the mound, and Clay took a few steps toward the dugout. Make sure Chuck Pack's all right. Everybody's good. We're ready. Another 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase off speed and away, and Clay is down on strikes. And Gebhardt wriggles out of trouble in the bottom of the first inning. Auburn gets a hit. No runs, no errors. Tigers strand a couple. Through 1. No score at Plainsman Park. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back at Plainsman Park, no score. Tigers got a couple on base in the first, but did not score. And now we go to the second. Second inning presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. Alongside John Cohen, I'm Brad Law, Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview studios. Glad to have you with us tonight on outstanding radio stations throughout Alabama. Make sure you tell your local affiliate that you appreciate them carrying Auburn baseball. It has been a fun ride in recent years. And this team comes into this season a consensus preseason top 10 squad with earned confidence. Middle third of the order, Brady Shannon, Teddy Ruffner, Garrett Cutting against Jake Marciano, who struck out the side in the first. First pitch of the second inning. A little bit outside, 1-0. Play him to pull slightly on the infield, standard for a right-handed hitter. A lot of righties in this lineup. Pitch is swung on and missed. Swung through a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-1. Game 2 of the series tomorrow, 6 p.m. scheduled start time. Pitch swung on and missed. Cutter. Shannon over the top of it, and it's 1-2. Neon yellow batting gloves for Brady Shannon, a Youngstown native, and he went golfing and missed that one down in the dirt. 1-2. It's 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for Marciano. Man.
Yeah, again, it's such a great pitch by Jake Marciano because it's a strike, it's a strike, it's a strike, and then it becomes a ball. Yeah. If it's a ball right out of the hand, you're just not going to get that kind of chase.
That was an elevator at bat. It started on the 4th floor. Pitch number 2 was on the 3rd floor and on down to the ground floor. Kept going lower. Ruffner swings and misses at a high fastball at 91. Marciano works off the left side of the rubber against this right-handed batter out of Mars, Pennsylvania. Ruffner, a redshirt senior. 0-1. Called strike inside corner. Dotted it perfectly. 0-2.
I tell you, the coaching staff is so impressed with Marciano's ability to pitch in on right-handed hitters. Yeah. And that's a weapon for a left-hander.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the crowd. The pitch. Low. Got him to lay off. Or rather, Ruffner laid off the changeup. I think he guessed right. And now it's 1-2. Marciano ready again quickly. Plants, fires. Called strike 3. Changeup outside corner at the knees. 5 up, 5 down, 5 strikeouts. K counter presented by by Kia of Auburn, where you are always number 1. Yikes. Here's Garrett Cutting, the shortstop. Strike 1.
I tell you right now, Brad, you can't walk up to the glove and put it in a better location than Jake Marciano is doing right now.
The 0-1. Off the hands, shallow right, long run Terrell. He's got time. He's under it. Penguins put one in play, but Terrell tracks it down. 6 up, 6 down to start the game. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
Life moves fast. Shouldn't your checking account keep up? Meet Explore Checking from Max Credit Union. No monthly fees, no minimum balance requirement. Enjoy perks like access to your paycheck up to 2 days early, earning rewards that can be turned into cash each time you spend with your Max debit card. Plus, with 24/7 digital banking and an easy-to-use mobile app, managing your money is quick and effortless. Start exploring today at mymax.com/explore. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
We go to the bottom of the second, no score at Plainsman Park. Grill smoke rising in the air, visible in the stadium lights. Perfect night for baseball. For Auburn, it'll be Logan Gregorio, the designated hitter, getting it started. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Gregorio, Steele, and Bingaman against Braden Gebhardt. Gebhardt needed 20 pitches to get through the first inning. And now Gregorio, we get our first look at the transfer from Northern Illinois. He set a school record for total bases a year ago. He hit 18 home runs and drove in 69 runs. Out of Yorkville, Illinois, wide open left-handed stance, and the first pitch to him is low for ball one. Get the feeling they don't want to make a mistake high to this guy. Deep in the batter's box in a standing lunge, and he takes a big cut, fouls it off. Now, and maybe got a piece of the catcher, but he's okay. A ball and a strike. 332 average for Northern Illinois. Just underway, bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch. Downstairs, 2-1. Campus, the Auburn area, just jam-packed. Baseball, softball this weekend, 2-1 pitch. Ground ball toward third on a couple of hops, gloved by Rossi. He throws across in time for the out. One away here in the bottom of the second. And now here's Lucas Steele. First, you got the big concert at Neville Arena tonight. And that's got some people in town who may not come to either baseball or softball, but they're in to see Parker McCollum, country music.
Certainly.
What's the best concert you have ever attended?
Oh, goodness. See, so now we're really going to get into how old I am, because I saw the Commodores and then the Coliseum in that other town,
near Northport.
Yeah.
Pitches a strike to Lucas Steele, 0-1.
I saw the then John Cougar Mellencamp in Boutwell Auditorium and ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I tell you what, Hart in Boutwell was really good. 1986 version of Hart.
0-1, called strike to Steele. Another high pitch there. 0-2 to Lucas. How many shows did you see at Boutwell?
Probably about 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
You know, my freshman year, I was at Birmingham Southern, and it didn't, cost a mortgage on your home to go to a concert. So
0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, out toward third. Another chance for Rossi. He's got it. Low throw, but in time to get Steele. And so the first two batters in the inning have bounced out to third. Quickly 2 down for Ethan Bingaman.
You know, Brad, one person we haven't talked about is Eddie Madrigal.
Yeah.
And he's a young man who had a little knee issue, and that young man could easily be one of the best hitters in our lineup. And when we get him back in about 6 weeks, I think he's going to be a special bat in this lineup that's already very talented.
Bingaman, right-handed hitting freshman, takes it low. 1 ball, no strikes. So he goes up, takes a pitch, gets ahead in the count. 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. Took a big cut at that one, 86.
Yeah, Brad, you said big cut a couple of times now. We got some, some early game big swings.
Yeah.
And as a coach, you really want deep breaths.
1-1. Bouncer to short. Fielded there by Garrett. Cutting his throw in time. 3 ground ball outs in the inning. Gebhardt did a good job to get the ball down in the zone, and the Tigers put it on the ground 3 times. 3 up, 3 down, nothing doing for Auburn in the second. No score through 2 at Plainsman Park between Auburn and Youngstown State. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
We go to the top of the third inning. No score between Auburn and Youngstown State. Bottom third of the order due up for the Penguins. Hadley, Yuri Perro, and Miscavige due up for the Penguins. Never before has Yellowwood been so excited to sponsor the Yellowwood scoreboard than now, because John Cohen is going to give scores throughout this half inning on the Yellowwood scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a full slate tonight. What great weather we've had. We have all over the Southeast and into Texas and Florida.
Hadley steps in. The catcher swings and misses. 0-1.
Yeah, Oklahoma's taking care of Texas Tech at Globe Life out in Arlington, 10-3. South Carolina has beaten Northern Kentucky 5-2.
0-1 to Hadley. The pitch from Marciano. Strike 2, inside corner.
LSU has beaten Milwaukee 16-5 at home.
Ooh. That was 5-1 Milwaukee at one point, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. 0-2 to Hadley. Fastball. Marciano. Fastball swung and missed. Strike 3. 6th strikeout in 7 batters for Jake Marciano.
You know, this is the kind of thing I can say up here that I could never say in a dugout, but Jake Marciano's making this look easy right now. I mean, wherever he wants to put the baseball, he just absolutely places it in, out, up, down.
Yeah.
This is exciting stuff for Auburn.
No, he's mowing them down right now this first time through. Yuri Perro, freshman from Venezuela. First pitch, strike on the inside edge.
Number 15, Georgia has beaten Wright State 13-1 at Foley Field.
Marciano off the right side of the rubber, the pitch. That's lined into left center. Steele coming on. He'll have to play it on a hop. And the Penguins have their first base runner of the game. A one-out single to left by Yuri Perro, the freshman. Sends it the other way.
So that's one of the things that's going to be a little bit different with this Auburn outfield. Steele brings you tremendous power from both sides of the plate. He is a devastating offensive threat, but he's not going to move around the outfield the way some others would. But he's a great athlete. He'll make plays, but he's not going to get to as much. And you're going to take that because of the offensive prowess of that type of player.
One of the interesting things to watch this weekend is going to be the lineup over the next couple of days. There's a swing and a miss by Miscavige. 0-1 to the number 9 hitting first baseman. Because throughout this year, we could see Bristol Carter in center and Cade Ballou in left. You could see Bub in left. You can see Bub at first. You can see Todd Clay at first. And there are a lot of other combinations from guys who aren't even in the lineup tonight that Coach Thompson and the guys want to get in. And
that's no slight on Steele, because he's a great athlete. He can catch and play anywhere on the field.
No, it's the versatility.
But you got that guy those guys on the bench who can really, really run to the baseball. And maybe in later innings with a lead, Butch Thompson's going to have that versatility.
Yeah. And they've done that before. I remember a couple of years ago, Bryson Ware, the season before his record-setting home run year, he would come in the 8th or 9th innings as a defensive replacement, and he took runs away from opposing teams in that spot. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. It's 0-2 to Miscavige.
Well, it's all about math, right? So Steele's going to be able to impact the game at home plate 4.5 times a game. And then you got to ask yourself, what's the impact in the outfield? And again, he is a big guy who moves well.
Yeah.
But there are guys on the bench who can just fly. And Bristol's one of those guys.
Yeah. No balls, 2 strikes. Couple of throws to first. Decent-sized lead over there. There's a pitch.
What a great pitch.
Called strike 3. Change up. Froze Miscavige.
I mean, what a great pitch. I mean, you just – I mean, you talking about just no chance. There's just no shot. I don't care who's standing at the plate. If you're going to make contact right there, you're going to hit it right off your fist.
So the first time through the order for Marciano, 7 strikeouts. A fly out and a single. 2 outs and the leadoff man, Spencer, at the plate. Pitch. Check swing. He went. 0-1.
Our folks in the K corner out there, they're going to need some Gatorade. Because they're running around all now they're doing a count trying to see if they have enough.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I have to do that double check count in the 3rd inning. Pitch. Strike 2. Spencer has taken a couple.
Yeah, Marciano, those 2 pitches, first 2 pitches, it's at bat. He goes inner half, outer half. So as the hitter, you don't know, you really don't know how to position yourself.
And that's just with the fastball. Forget the off-speed stuff. Pitch. Just did get a piece of it.
You know, that's another thing that goes through Butch Thompson's mind because I've been there. That foul ball straight back into your potential All-American catcher.
It's like you have a quota of those. How many of those do you want him taking?
Well, the old saying is on the bench is you're 1 foul tip away.
Yeah.
I mean, from having an All-American type of player go down.
All right, another 0-2 pitch due the senior center fielder for the Penguins. Marciano ready. He delivers. Just missed. Given the strike zone tonight, I'm not sure where that missed. Maybe a little in. Crowd wanted it. Marciano looking for strikeout number 8. Pitch. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, and again, maybe both those pitches are balls, but they're not big misses.
No.
What does that do for you? It engages your defense.
Yeah.
They think every ball he throws is going to be put in play or it's going to be a strike call.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on, top of the 3rd, no score. Pitch. Fouled away, left side. Up and over the stands.
You know, the pitch that's screaming out right now. So Spencer right now is trying to take away the outer half. He's getting closer and closer to the dish. The pitch is fastball in if Jake is feeling it.
Another 2-2 on the way. Here it is. That's upstairs, and it's 3-2. And Spencer threw the bat away because he thought it was ball 4.
But we did get the international my bad chest punch right there. You know, the chest slap, the my bad. when you're coaching on the other side, you're like, yeah, it is your bad.
Yeah. He just lost count. Carl Nonemaker out of the dugout. He's moving a couple of guys around defensively. Clay back a couple of steps at third to 3-2 pitch. Fouled away, and that got a piece of Freilich.
Yeah, that's the second ball that has smacked him. That feels every bit as good as you think it does, Brad.
Yeah.
Have you ever been hit by one of those things?
Not as a catcher, but yeah, I've been hit by a baseball. It's
you know, people say, well, he's wearing all the equipment. Yeah, not so much. That doesn't.
It's not armor.
No, you don't. that stings. It's going to leave a mark, as they say.
So Spencer battling here, his second look at the Auburn starter in a scoreless game in the 3rd inning. Another payoff pitch to Spencer. Lined into left field. Steele comes on. It'll hang up for him, and Lucas puts it away. It was slicing back toward him off the bat of the left-handed hitter, and Lucas played it well. Caught it chest high for the 3rd out of the inning. For Youngstown State, the Penguins get their first hit of the ball game. No runs, 2 more strikeouts for Marciano. No errors, and a runner left on base. No score between the Tigers and Penguins as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Glad to have you with us tonight. No score between Auburn and Youngstown State. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Third inning is presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. For Auburn, Ballou, Rembert, Terrell. What power and speed in this trio. 9-1-2 coming up for the Tigers. Mentioned radio stations throughout Alabama carrying the broadcast, the Auburn Athletics app, where you can toggle between softball and baseball, and any other broadcasts we have going on throughout the year. Also, thank those of you who are watching us on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel on our In the Booth cam. Cade Ballou, first pitch to him, misses inside.
All right, how many at-bats, how many pitches is it going to take for Cade Ballou to wear one?
Yeah, he wore about 22 of them.
Yeah,
a year ago.
We don't believe in gambling here,
right?
But if we did,
1-0 misses low, 2-0.
If you're a gambling person,
yeah,
which we are not, and we wouldn't want anybody to, but if we were, I would say there's a pretty good chance early on that Cade Ballou is going to wear one.
2-0. Hammered foul on the ground past first. Sonny DeShera kicks it behind him. Oh, Sonny. His first game as Auburn's first base coach.
You remember when I was saying Steele moves well for a big guy?
Yeah.
Not so much in the first base coaching box down there.
Oh, John.
The dude could flat out swing it, though.
Yes, he could. 2-1, big swing by Ballou. Went after a pitch that was a little up, fouled it straight back. Sonny more suited to play first base defensively than left field.
He had what scouts called fall down range. But the dude could swing it.
The memories.
And he was a smart player.
2-2. Breaking ball misses low. In fact, it dropped on top of the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ballou. Cade last year, 20 runs. He drove in 20 in his freshman season as well. 13 career home runs. Payoff pitch on the way to Ballou, starting in center tonight. Missed high, ball 4. He's on.
He's an on-base machine.
Yeah.
And if he can just stay healthy.
Yeah.
And maybe part of the health situation is the 20 HBPs, 20 plus that he had a year ago. But that young man, if he can stay healthy, just changes the dynamic of this lineup, both offensively and defensively, Brad.
First time tonight, Auburn gets the leadoff man on base. Last year in SEC games, teams scored an average of 1.8 runs per inning when they got the leadoff man on. And Ballou has great wheels at first base. Rembert swings and pops it up out of play. Well-stung line out to left for Rembert in his first at-bat. He chased Shannon all the way back to the warning track.
You know, his movements, Rembert's movements are just so simple. And it's not muscled up. Everything's about quickness and efficiency. It's just a great path to the baseball with his barrel.
0-1, breaking ball, looped down out of the zone and a little in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That sure looked like a cross-up right there. It looked like the catcher was expecting another pitch because it was a late stab, and he just barely got the glove to the ball.
1-1. Breaking ball, lined foul past Carl Nonemaker. Had Coach Nonemaker ducking out of the way of that one in the third base coach's box. How's his mobility?
Yeah, a little bit better. He's got some years, though, that Sonny doesn't down there. But he works out a bunch. He's and by the way, Carl Nonemaker is one of the great assistant coaches in college baseball.
1-2 pitch. Rembert takes a breaking ball for a called third strike on the inside corner. Well, there's a number of times early on. We don't want to start complaining about umpires early in the season, but there are a few times tonight that guys who have evaluated the strike zone well in college buckle the knees and lean back in frustration at some of the early calls here tonight. Rembert down on strikes, one away. Here's Bub Terrell. First pitch to him, misses high, 1-0. Terrell struck out in the first inning, reached base when the ball got away from the catcher. Center fielder Spencer a couple of steps deeper than normal. Here's a swing and a miss by Terrell. Fastball at 88. 41 pitches for Gebhardt. Make it 42. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Ballou at first and a big hole on the right side as they hold him on. 1-1. Tried to stop his swing at a high fastball and couldn't. 1-2.
Brad, the Kentucky Wildcats on the road at UNC Greensboro win 13-12.
13-12.
I'm sorry, 13-2.
Okay.
13-2.
Right.
I was an English major. The numbers give me problems.
I wasn't trying to call you out. I was just asking for clarification.
No.
The pitch
You're
fouled off to the
100%
left. Still 1-2.
Tennessee beats Nichols. The 14th ranked Tennessee Volunteers with a new coach.
Yep.
Tony Vitello heads off to San Francisco. In Arlington, Texas, TCU leads Vanderbilt 5-3.
Oklahoma already a winner today in Arlington, where we will be next weekend. The 1-2 pitch to Terrell. Long look, the delivery way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
South Carolina leads Northern Kentucky 3-2. Ole Miss, the top of the 6, beating Nevada 7-3. And in Tuscaloosa, heading into the 7th, Washington State 7.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He went chasing one down around the dirt.
And the guys in Northwest Alabama are 2. Washington State 7. Northport East 2.
Yeah. All right, here's Eric Guevara with Ballou still at first and 2 down. Tigers trying to break through in a scoreless game. 3rd inning pitch to Guevara. That's in there for a strike. Breaking ball dropped in, 0-1.
It's a pretty good breaking ball.
Yeah.
If you can locate that breaking ball, you're going to have some success. You're going to have options.
Guevara with an opposite field single in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Late swing and a miss. 0-2. Gebhardt's mixed his speeds well in this inning. He's had the hitters crossed up. Their second look at the Youngstown State starter. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got away. They'll have to throw down to first to get the out, and they do. And Gebhardt, after the leadoff walk to Ballou, strikes out the next 3. And Auburn is turned away in the 3rd. No runs, hits, or errors, and 1 Tiger stranded. Auburn has left 3 through the first 3 innings. No score, Tigers and Penguins, opening night at Plainsman Park. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
Top of the fourth, no score, 1 hit apiece. Youngstown State has the game's only error. The story so far has been Jake Marciano. He has been lights out through the first 3 innings. He has 7 strikeouts and has done it in just 41 pitches. 32 strikes and 9 balls through the first 3 innings of play. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Carragher gets it started. Almost everybody struck out their first time against him. Carragher, one of those guys. 301, 8 homers, 43 knocked in a year ago. And he swings at the first pitch and skies it to shallow left. Steele, Ballou from center has a better play on it. And he makes the catch out in shallow center field for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 4th. And now it's Luke Rossi. And Marciano will be mad that he didn't get a chance to strike out Carragher.
But he was being economic.
It's true. That's you'll take that trade-off.
You sure will.
Especially you get into the middle innings.
Those less than 3 pitch at-bats, very economic.
Here's Rossi. First pitch to him is right in there for a strike, 0-1. Rossi at least worked a full count before he watched strike 3. Marciano going tonight. Jackson Sanders, the Opelika native, gets to start tomorrow, game 2 of the series. Pitch. Ooh. Change up. Little bit low. 1-1.
I can't remember. I mean, we're into the 4th inning here, and I'm remembering 2 pitches that were not close to being a strike.
1-1. There's the strike just below the belt. 1-2. Rossi very patient up there. And Marciano now ahead in the count, 1-2. Short wind in the delivery. Got him swinging. Chase the changeup away. Strikeout number 8 for Marciano.
Look, we're playing Youngstown, and Youngstown's very capable of beating anybody. But I'm just going to say this. If Marciano can duplicate what he is, how he's manipulating the baseball right now, he has a chance to beat anybody.
Yep. Here's Brady Shannon, the left fielder. First pitch. Swing and a miss. The same changeup on which he struck out Rossi. Went right back to it. Got the swing and the miss from Shannon. 0-1. So this reminds me a little bit of watching Andreas Alvarez last year make his debut on opening weekend. Pitch. There's a drive to left, and he got every bit of that one. Shannon yanks it out over the War Eagle wall in left field. He guessed changeup, got it, and homered. Shannon, who hit 10 home runs a season ago, just broke the scoreless tie here in the top of the 4th inning.
And he's even a little fooled on the pitch. You know, he went back-to-back change-ups. He's still a little fooled, but he kept enough on the backside. He's a big, strong young man, and he guided that thing over the wall.
So
go ahead, Brian.
So the Penguins lead it 1-0. Yeah, really good swing. He looked like the leading returning home run hitter on the club there on that swing.
He's absolutely sitting change up there.
Yep.
He's a little out front.
Here's Teddy Ruffner. Strike inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Well, you like to see how the pitcher bounces back from giving up a home run, the first run of the ball game. Started Ruffner with a strike. Ruffner looked at a called third strike in the second inning. Marciano misses low there, 1-1. I remember watching Andres Alvarez last year, and his stuff just looked, well, he didn't look like a freshman last year. In command, in control. 1-1 pitch. Misses low, 2 balls and a strike. And he maintained that pretty much throughout pre-conference play, and then ran into life in the SEC, and it was an adjustment. But there at the end of the year against NC State in the regional clincher, he was dynamic. Pitch misses low to Ruffner, 3-1.
Yeah, when you're a freshman, eventually you're going to run into what they call the freshman wall,
yep.
and you're going to hit that, then you got to recover from that. But early on, for sure, he had great command, great spin on that 12-6 breaking ball.
3-1 pitch. There's a strike. Fastball at 90, and the count is full to Ruffner. 2 outs. A 2-out home run by Shannon, the only scoring in the game so far. And now the payoff pitch on the way to the Youngstown State DH. Called strike 3. Froze him with a fastball. He caught Ruffner looking for something else. 9 strikeouts for Marciano in his Auburn debut. A 2-out homer by Shannon. The only hit in the inning. No errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Youngstown State 1 and Auburn looking to score. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn University Board of Trustee member Bob Dumas.
My senior year, where we won it, was at Burning Tree in Decatur. Had some great teammates and great players, and it just all came together that week. We had been close. We had had a good year. We'd won several tournaments and felt like we had the capacity and the courage to do it, and we did. I think more was a very joyous time, of course, being the first. But I think later on, as you grow older, you begin to appreciate and value that much more.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Tigers trail Youngstown State 1-0 on opening night at Plainsman Park. It'll be the middle third of the order. Freilich, Clay, and Gregorio due up against Braden Gebhardt, who scattered some base runners the first time through the order, but struck out Rembert, Terrell, and Guevara last inning. Second time through against him. Are you looking for fresh seafood? Who's not? Wharf Casual Seafood serves seafood sourced from American waters. I'm going to give Andy this one most of the year. Not a seafood fan? No problem. They also serve burgers, salads, chicken, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood with 6 locations across central Alabama. That's a tongue twister. Here's Chase Freilich. Number change for Chase. He's in number 3 this year. First pitch to him, a high strike, 0-1.
That one always baffled me as a coach, Brad.
0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Young man is a freshman All-American in one number. I mean, just has an incredible freshman year. You're like, I'll change numbers.
Change it up. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not start changing stuff? 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. What is Gebhardt doing differently this second time through?
Well, he's just throwing 2 pitches for a strike right now. In fact, 3. He's got changeup, fastball, and breaking ball. He's just throwing it in the strike zone.
He's throwing the breaking ball a little more, seems like, the last couple of innings, too. 1-2 pitch. Foul off to the left. Up over the Yeti yard.
You know, one of the things that Freilich does very, very well is that head, that chin, never leaves the hitting area. He just stays on. When he's going good, he just stays on the baseball so well.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. Beautiful curve. Really good pitch. And down goes Fralick on strikes. That's the 4th consecutive strikeout for Gebhardt.
Yeah, he's just guessing. He's guessing fastball there, gets the breaking ball, and he located it. Sometimes you got to tip your hat in those situations.
So here's Todd Clay, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. First pitch, strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
It's the best pitch in baseball, the strike 1.
Yeah.
And he's doing a much better job. Braden's doing a much better job throwing strike 1 than he did in the first 2 innings.
0-1. Too far in, a ball and a strike. Trevor Sharpie, the second-year head coach at Youngstown State. He was a pitcher. Started as a pitcher and shortstop, 1-1. Fouled back to the screen by Clay, 1-2.
So the strategy in the other dugout with Coach Sharpie is this. He's 57 pitches in. He's in the 4th inning. How many are you going to give him in his first start of the year? And, you're hoping to get 14 starts out of this young man.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball, called strike 3. Another 12-6 curveball that just dropped right into the breadbasket. 2 up, 2 down. That's 5 strikeouts in a row for the Penguins starter. And here's Gregorio. Gregorio grounded out to third. His first time up. 1-0, Youngstown State, bottom of the 4th. Pitch home. Curve ball, strike 1.
Yeah, so there's no pattern to this because it's 0-0 fastball strike.
Yeah.
It's 0-0 curveball strike. And when there's no pattern, that makes it really difficult.
Pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Wait, how many breaking balls can a guy throw in a row for strikes?
Well, that's going to affect your pitch count too because, breaking balls really add to your pitch count in a way that just the numbers don't indicate.
0-2, breaking ball. Gregorio held up. It bounced on the plate. It'll peel down to third late. Gregorio nowhere close to going around. Gebhardt, 6'2", 225, just 1 start last year. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, got him with a fastball. 6 consecutive strikeouts for the Youngstown State starter. Tigers go in order in the 4th. 1-0 Youngstown State through 4. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
1-0 Youngstown State on top thanks to a solo home run last inning from Brady Shannon. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the 5th. Cutting, Hadley, and Yuri Perro. I missed who won the first T-Rex race of the season. Oh, well. Tomorrow's another day.
I like the T-Rex race, but I do like the Dead Presidents race that they have in Washington. I mean, watching Theodore Roosevelt get after it,
Yeah, sure.
Who else do they have in the dead presidents?
They got to have Lincoln and Washington, right?
Okay.
That's who I would imagine pitch.
I know they
Foul.
had Teddy Roosevelt going.
Yeah. Foul ball left side. Nothing in one to cutting.
Didn't they? I thought they did.
Well, who else would you
He
have?
was a real outdoorsman now. I mean,
Yeah.
that guy is like tackling bears out in the wild.
Nothing in one to cutting. Showed bunt, pulled it back, took it high, a ball and a strike.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes.
I don't know if this is good or bad, but
Okay.
he's the reason why we have the NCAA.
No kidding.
Yeah. He loved college football.
Huh. 1-1. Fouled back, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And not to make light of this, but, in the 19 teens, folks were dying playing college football.
Yeah.
And Teddy Roosevelt felt like it had to be fixed. So he created an organization or helped to create an organization. It was not called the NCAA at that time, but it later became the NCAA. And he really saved college football.
Yeah. So you come for a baseball game and you get a history lesson on top of it. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 10 strikeouts for Marciano.
So, again, Butch has the same issues that
Yeah.
Sharpie. Now you're playing a little bit of chess because you got to ask yourself, I mean, how long do you want to keep Marciano out there?
58 pitches right now with 1 out in the 5th.
I think the number they threw out at me was 75, which is a good number for a start. So, it really works well for Jake.
Pitch to Hadley, misses low, 1-0.
Because you tell the young man you got 75 pitches, so he's got to get quick outs if he wants to get through the 5th or 6th inning.
And that's consistent with, what Butch has done
Strike
since he
throw.
got the
Yeah,
job.
absolutely.
He doesn't extend guys. He doesn't overextend guys in the first weekend of the year. 1-0. There's a strike, a ball, and a strike to Hadley, the catcher.
Because Butch knows he's going to need
Yeah.
Marciano in week 14 and 15 and 16. And this is a growth moment. And I know Butch loves that word, so do I. It's a growth moment. And you got to continue to get better.
1-1, strike 2. Hadley half-hearted offered a half-check swing, but it's strike 2. There are occupants in the bullpen. There are guys up there standing. Nobody rushing to get ready at this point.
Speaking of occupants, this ballpark has filled up.
1-2. Swing and miss. High fastball. Down goes Hadley. Give him 11.
What a great adjustment has been made by Auburn when you consider the home run leads ballpark on a changeup. You got a bunch of hitters sitting on a changeup with 2 strikes. Man, he's on that fastball in.
Yuri Pero, the batter. He got the first hit for Youngstown State, opposite field single in the 3rd inning. And he takes a strike on the inner half, 0-1.
That's a big strike zone. And you're okay with that as long as it's the same strike zone, for 9 innings and the same strike zone for both teams. That's a good thing.
0-1. Swung on and missed. Chased an off-speed pitch away, tailing away from him. 0-2.
He was going to need a boat paddle for that one. Yeah, there's a lot of distance between that barrel and the baseball on that pitch.
Been 4 years since an Auburn pitcher struck out 11 in a game. He's now looking for 12. The 0-2. He's got 12. He chased a breaking ball down in the dirt. Freilich has to throw him out, and he does. Marciano strikes out the side in the 5th. And we are halfway home at Plainsman Park in the season opener. Tigers trail the Penguins 1-0. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs, So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
1-0 Youngstown State with the lead as Auburn comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. Steele, Bingaman, and Ballou, the first 3 due up. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. Jake Marciano with 12 strikeouts tonight. It's the most punch-outs for an Auburn pitcher since Tanner Burns K'd 15 against Cincinnati in 2019. Huh. What a debut. Now it's time to get the bats going. Tigers have 1 hit tonight. Gebhardt starts Steele with a strike, 0-1. Gebhardt has struck out 6 in a row.
Tell you what, Steele has really changed his body, his look over the last year.
Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2.
I mean, he just looks more powerful, more athletic, and you can tell he's put a lot into the weight room. This is one of the best hitters in the Southeastern Conference.
0-2 pitch. Bounced up there off the face mask of the catcher off the plate, 1-2.
And he's a coach's dream in
Yeah.
that, man, he's got power from both sides. So he never has to see that breaking ball breaking away from him, which is such a huge advantage and gives Butch, so much opportunity in a lineup.
1-2 delivery to Steele. Downstairs, 2-2. One of the 4 legacy leaders on the club, and another guy like Guevara, a slower start offensively, but by the time that calendar turned to May last year, he was one of the hottest hitters on the team.
Yeah, just big time offensive performances.
2-2. Inside off the catcher's mitt. I thought that got a piece of Lucas there for a moment. But
yeah, and that's a great sign, too, because he didn't leave his feet there. He absolutely held his ground, and he was going to let that ball hit him if it got to him.
Payoff pitch here in the bottom of the 5th. Here it is. Called strike 3. He was looking elsewhere. 83, and Steele takes a called third strike. That's 7 strikeouts in a row for Gebhardt. And that's 4 in a row that have been looking at a third strike.
It doesn't look like a fastball. It's 83 miles an hour, but it doesn't look like a breaking ball either.
Yeah.
Our guys are just having a tough time seeing that pitch.
0-1 right through there for a strike. Fastball at 88. 0-1 to Bingaman. He bounced to short his first time. Pitch. Missed in. 1-1. Bingaman picking up the pace a little bit here, too.
That was pitch number 70, Brad, and that's significant because, some decisions have to be made in that other dugout.
1-1. It's on the outer half for a strike, 1-2. The hitters are just not seeing.
No, you're right. They're not seeing it, but here's the other thing. If you're Coach Sharpie, you say, hey, if I got a chance, if I have a chance to get a win versus Auburn, do I run the risk of letting him go beyond a pitch count?
1-2, bouncing ball right side. Second baseman over to his left. Yuri Parra throws it away at first. Long run by Yuri Parra just to get to the ball, sliding to his left. And then he rushed the throw and he threw it away. That's an error on the second baseman.
It ought to be an error on the first baseman, Miscavige, because that ball's right through his glove.
You're right.
And what really messed up Miscavige is he took took a false step to his right into the four-hole and then had to recover, and he just never got his eyes back on the baseball.
Yep, that's a good call. I was looking down to make sure I had the name right, John, and the throw was fine. Just right off the glove of Miscavige. Here's Ballou with a runner on and one out. Pitch high and outside, ball one.
So you work all year on base running, things like breaking, balls in the dirt. And, we've had some breaking balls that have been in the dirt. We just hadn't had runners on. So you have to be dialed in here.
They do give the error to Miscavige at first. Here's Ballou. 1 ball, no strikes. He shows bunt. He bunts it off the plate, foul, 1-1. That's a break for Auburn because bounced right up into Hadley's hand.
If Ballou, if he can just stay healthy, I mean, he is a tremendous athlete. He's got arm strength. He can run. He's got power. He can hit for average. He's an on-base guy. He's a smart baseball player. If he can just get through a year healthy, I think he could be a big-time draft pick.
1-1. Breaking ball, fouled off. He got in front of that one.
And even though this doesn't matter, Brett, it shouldn't matter. But he just looks like a big leaguer.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to spring training down there in Florida and out in Arizona, there's about 100 in every organization that looks like that. I mean, he looks like a big leaguer.
Yeah, broad shoulders, strong lower half, 1-2 pitch. Now swung on and missed. Down to second goes Bingaman. Ballou down on strikes. It got away from the catcher.
It did, and first base is occupied, so it's automatically an out with the strikeout situation. But you know what you teach your middle infielders to do here? When that happens, you say, hey, man, it's foul ball. Or hey, man, it's a strikeout. You got to go back. And you try and get that runner on second to walk back to first base, even though it's a live ball. That's the game within the game. People might say that's,
Pitch, line, left field, base hit by Rembert. Rounding third is Bingaman. Throw home, not made. It's cut off. We're tied. RBI single, Chris Rembert. He jumped on the first pitch, lined it to left. The freshman Bingaman scores the first run of the year for Auburn, and it's 1-1 in the fifth.
Yeah, and you might say, Carl Nunnemaker at third base, why are you sending him, or is that a big gamble? No, it's not. Not with 2 outs. You're going to send him automatically because you got to have a perfect throw from a left fielder who's usually the guy who's going to have the worst arm in the outfield, and you got to ask yourself how many times we're going to have 2 perfect throws right there, one to the cutoff man and one to the plate, and it's probably going to be a 50-50 deal. And then you got to ask yourself, is the next hitter going to hit 500? All those math equations are going through your mind. You're going to send him.
First pitch now to Bub Terrell is a called strike. That curve ball again. It's 0-1.
How clutch is Chris Rembert?
Oh, I mean, top of the order, dependable, leading returning batting average, leading returner in a lot of offensive categories, and he drives in the first run of the night.
And now he pressures the defense and pressures the pitcher on the mound because he's a potential steal threat, ball in the dirt threat.
Bub's a threat to turn on it, too. They got to stay away from the inside corner. He does turn on it early on the breaking ball and fouls it off toward the Youngstown State dugout. 0-2. Do they dare try to get a fastball by him here ahead in the count 0-2? 1-1 our score. Hits even at 2. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Here's a pitch from Gebhardt, his 80th of the game, and it misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was the fastball, but it was way up. His velocity's at 85. Here in the fifth. I can't tell if they have anyone throwing. I don't think they do. Nope, they do. 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And the inning is over. That pitch has just been kryptonite the last 3 innings to the Auburn batters. But Chris Rembert ambushes the first pitch and drives in Bingaman to tie the game. A run on 1 hit and an error. And a man left for the Tigers. The fifth inning of today's game was presented by Southern Union. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. 1-1 our score through 5. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
1-1 our score through 5 innings here on opening night at Plaisman Park. Miscavige, Spencer, and Carragher, 9-1 and 2 hitters in the order, due up, and they will face a new pitcher. The night is done for Jake Marciano, and what a night it was. He gives way to Drew Whalen. Whalen spent his first 2 years at Western Kentucky, was 9-3 last year. A 3.53 earned run average, struck out 90 in 81 and 2/3 innings. Teams hit 235 against him. He tied for the Conference USA lead in wins, was third in innings pitched and third in strikeouts. He was the Conference USA Pitcher of the Year. Drew Whalen on for his Auburn debut, 6'1", 206. Junior right-hander out of Nashville. Whalen is on. Marciano, 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. No walks. 1 run on 2 hits. He faced 17 batters. Threw 65 pitches, 50 for strikes.
Yeah, we'll take it. That's a hell of a start, and that's exactly what the Auburn Tigers needed. That's tremendous leadership.
And we'll get ready to see Jake in Arlington next weekend. Pinch hitter for Youngstown State. It's fouled back. 0-1 the count, so it's not Miscavige who made the error last inning. This is Nathan Beckley.
And Brad, I promise you, Butch Thompson put his hands on his shoulder and said, we need that 16 more times.
Pitch drops low from Whalen.
To Jake Marciano. Hey, brother, can you give us that 16 more times?
Tell you what, if you get a formula anywhere close to that, 16 more times, you're playing baseball into June. 0-2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner. 92 on that fastball from Whalen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beckley, a redshirt junior, left-handed hitter. Pitch, missed inside. It was 2-1. Now it's 3-1. Wind by Whalen of the pitch. Missed down and in with a slider.
You know, this is what you're worried about. This is what you're really worried about, Brad. You send new guys out.
Yep.
It's their first performance of the year, maybe their first time in an Auburn uniform, and you just worry about, hey, slow the heart rate down, deep breaths. You're really fighting against the game, really not an opponent, and that's really important to understand early on. And that's why it's, my goodness, what Jake Marciano just did is incredibly impressive. under those circumstances.
Didn't allow a leadoff hitter on base in his 5 innings. This is the first leadoff man the Penguins have had on. Spencer lines one hard, but foul off the right side, off the net. Fastball consistently at 92 from Whalen. Spencer against Marciano struck out and lined out to left. Oh, 1 has to wait. They throw to first and chase Beckley back.
We're defending a bunt right here. You look at our positioning on the infield. We are defending for a bunt.
Clay is in on the grass at third. The pitch. Breaking ball missed down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty versus lefty. Whalen comes set. He fires. Breaking ball, bounce slowly right side. Gloved by Rembert. Smart 1 play to first. Didn't try to make something magical happen on a slow bouncing ball that he caught right around in the base path. So the throw to first to get Spencer moves the runner into scoring position.
Yeah, so that's a great point you just made, Brad. When you're teaching this game, you're trying to tell defenders to do what the game is telling you to do. And the game is telling you right there, don't try and do something special. Take your out at first base. Outs end big innings. I know that sounds simplistic, but just take what the game is giving you right there.
Swing and a miss and a good-looking slider to start the at-bat to Carragher, 0-1.
Yeah, I think Drew Whalen might end up being our right-on-right guy in the middle of the game because that slider really plays.
Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball to third, fielded by Clay. Looks the runner back to second, throws to first for the out. 2 down.
I tell you, those left side defenders can really play, and both of them have great arm strength, which is something you have to play the left side of the infield. You know, Clay and Guevara really play that side of the field well.
Really smart sort of basic infield textbook handling of that situation. Clay got the ball, looked the runner back, knew he had plenty of time to make the throw to first. So now 2 are down. Here's the third baseman, Rossi. First pitch to him, drops in for a strike. 0-1. Started him with the off-speed pitch. Rossi 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts. 2 of the 12 that Marciano fanned in his 5 innings. 1-1. Top of the 6th. 0-1 pitch. Down and away. A ball and a strike.
You know, Brad, the other thing that comes into play here when you're trying to manage your pitching staff tonight is knowing you're probably going to play 2 tomorrow. Because you look at the weather on Sunday. So that kind of alters how you're going to manage this game with the depth of your bullpen.
1-1. Slider broke back over the inside corner. Nice pitch. 1-2. That's easy to give up on as a hitter. And now Whalen a strike away from stranding a go-ahead runner at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging with the slider. And Whalen does a nice job after surrendering the leadoff walk to get out of it. And out they come from the dugout to congratulate him on just that. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Leadoff walk stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block.
You are an elbow grease factor, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
We're at Plainsman Park for the season opener. Auburn and Youngstown State tied at 1. Next broadcast on the Auburn Sports Network is tomorrow night. Men's basketball plays at Arkansas, playing for the season sweep of the Razorbacks. It's a 7 o'clock airtime, 7:30 tip-off from Bud Walton Arena. Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey, Jacob Hillman have that coverage. Guevara leads it off. Starting at short tonight for the Tigers. He shows bunt, runs up on it, then pulls the bat back and takes it outside for ball 1. Guevara 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Gebhardt back out there to work at least the beginning of the 6th. They do have activity in their bullpen. They have a guy ready. 1-0. Fly ball, right field, well struck. Back goes Carragher. He's got room. He measures it just shy of the warning track for the first out. Guevara gave it a ride, but it stayed in the ballpark. The hitters are getting no help from the wind tonight. There is none, not even a slight breeze. Pitchers aren't getting any help from it either. And so Gebhardt stays out there still, 5 1/3. And counting. Kind of get the sense that maybe the next base runner he allows might be the end of his night. He's at 83 pitches, and the first pitch is low and gets away from the catcher. A ball and nothing to Freilich. Freilich has reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. Gebhardt struck out 8 of the 9 batters in the lineup the second time through against him. 1-0 to the Auburn catcher. Missed high, 2 balls, no strikes. Lefty on lefty. Gebhardt's delivery is low, 3 balls, no strikes. Game 2 of the series right now scheduled for 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Three and nothing to Freilich. Here's the pitch. Way upstairs and away, not close. Not particularly close. And it's a walk. And so it's a 1-out base runner for the Tigers. And let's see if that'll do it. It's the head coach, Sharpie, who's coming out. He will make an occasional visit, but he is the guy to make changes 100% of the time. They have Jacob Gehring, who is a first-year volunteer assistant who makes regular mound visits. It's always Sharpie who brings the hook. And we'll see. He's talking to his starter. They've had activity in the bullpen for a full inning. He's going to stick with him. He's going to stay with Gebhardt. Gebhardt, 87 pitches, 56 strikes. That walk is just the second he's given up tonight. Now here's Todd Clay with a runner on and 1 out. First pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts for Clay in his Auburn debut.
So, Brad, I think that was the empty your tank speech right there, that this is going to be it for you this inning. So go ahead and empty your tank, and we're going to have somebody ready for the next inning.
0-1, misses high, check swing. They appeal to first. He did not go, says Nathan Huber. 1 ball, 1 strike. By the way, Nathan Beckley, who came in to pinch hit for the first baseman, stayed in the game at first defensively. So he's there holding on Freilich. 1-1 to Clay. Fouled straight back. Pretty good swing.
Boy, that young man, Todd Clay, can generate some juice. Danny, I mean, that's a short, quick, efficient swing with some strength at the point of contact. This young man can really drive the baseball.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, fly to center. In comes Spencer. He makes the catch. And Freilich retreats to first. 2 down. And it'll bring Logan Gregorio to the plate. 1-1. 6th inning.
Brad, we have some finals around the league up in East Northport, Alabama. Washington State, 8. And the other folks, 4.
How about that?
Big win for the Cougs, a long way from home.
Here's Gregorio, the designated hitter. First pitch to him, outside, ball 1.
You're allowed to say those things when you're from there, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call that artistic license.
Sure. 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. You're allowed to say just about anything you want to.
Others would differ. Nell Cohen, who's listening right now, would say otherwise.
1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball left side, third baseman to his left, gloves, nice play. Shovels to second or underhands to second for the force, and the inning is over. Rossi had to go to his left and just got it at the end of the glove and then shoveled ahead to second for the force, and the inning is over. No runs, a walk, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 6 complete here on opening night. Auburn and Youngstown State tied at 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
The hot across midcourt. Lobs it to the wing, Chad Baker-Mazzaro. Gets a screen from Broom. Lobs it to Janai. To the hole. No, got it back in the corner. Miles for the lead. Got it!
Bang, bang, big 3 by Miles Kelly. Great assist by Janai Broom.
One defensive stop. Auburn by 1, 27 seconds to go.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Pitching on display tonight on opening night. Auburn and Youngstown State tied at 1. Drew Whalen out there for his second inning of relief work. He gave up a leadoff walk and then got the next 3, a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. That was after Jake Marciano, if you're just joining us, struck out 12 in 5 innings. Only run he gave up was a 2-out solo homer. Here is Brady Shannon, who hit that 2-out solo homer. He's responsible for the Penguins' run. Pitch from Whalen, downstairs with a slider. 1 ball, no strikes. Conecuh smoked sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, and you can enjoy a grilled Conecuh sausage dog or premium hot dog here at Plainsman Park. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, fouled back, 1-1. Conecuh, family-owned, made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. Make Conecuh sausage part of your game day. You can get those family deal nights for midweek games. Plainsman Park, 1-1, swung on and missed, 1 and 2. The deal days are back. You can get those Conecuh hot dogs for $2.50 a piece. Auburn softball a winner over at Jane B. Moore Field, 14-3. A couple of touchdowns and extra points for Chris and Kate Malvo and company. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Shannon. Check swing, slider. He went, strike 3. Set him up with a slider for strike 1, a fastball fouled back for strike 2, and he couldn't hold up on the slider. Second strikeout for Whalen, 14th strikeout for Auburn pitching tonight. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. And the 6th time in 7 innings that Auburn has retired the leadoff man. Here's Teddy Ruffner. 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts. He shows bunt, takes it for ball low and away. Was saying earlier that game 2 scheduled for 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Obviously, we know the weather forecast shows a lot of rain Sunday. That could impact the schedule for tomorrow. 1-0. Breaking ball, missed outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. So just sort of keep however you get your Auburn baseball information close by after tonight's game. 2-0. Grounded foul, left side over into the Auburn dugout. It's 2-1. Whether it's social media or local radio affiliate, website, app, you can find the information as soon as it's available. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out, nobody on the pitch.
Oh. Holy cow. Holy smokes.
Well, it missed somewhere.
Andy, you would be having fun with that pitch.
Nice. That might even get a Jiminy Christmas.
Wow.
It's 3-1 now, a hitter's count and the delivery. Fastball swung and missed. How about 3-1? Whalen just challenged him with a high fastball.
Andy would be saying ball don't lie.
Yeah.
After that one, but
so the count is full, 1 out, nobody on, top of the 7th, and a tie game, 1-1. Whalen rocks, plants, fires, missed inside with a fastball, and he did not miss by much. Ball 3, ball 4, very, very close. Second walk issued by Whalen.
Yeah, I think that ball 3 was a couple of inches off the center of the plate. But
Whalen a little frustrated. Ideally, the answer to this question is no different, but how different are the strike zones in SEC ballparks versus Conference USA games? First pitch. Popped up. Freilich behind the plate. Little backspin to the ball. Plays it, and he dropped the ball. It's an out, and then Freilich on the transfer to try to double up the runner at first, dropped the ball. Very quickly, Chuck Pack there to indicate that he caught it.
I don't think this is reviewable either. I don't think this is a reviewable call.
Trevor Sharpie's asking the home plate umpire that very question. Can you look at it? And the two are still talking. It was a short pop-up on a check swing behind the plate. Freilich ran back about halfway to the wall. Now,
maybe they are going to review this.
Well, they're at least going to talk about it.
I don't think that's I really don't think that's a reviewable call.
So what Coach Sharpie may have said was, if we can't review it, can you at least ask the other guys and get some help? So the full crew talks it over near the mound, and they are going to look at it. Or let's see. All right, so I guess you can look at it.
I didn't think on a transfer.
Yeah.
You on catch, no catch, that can certainly be reviewed, but that's not what the call was. The call was it was on the transfer.
That's clearly a catch and then a drop on the transfer. I don't this one shouldn't take long.
Yeah,
because he brought the mitt down and looked toward first before the ball fell out.
Yeah, and what the reason Freilich's in a little bit of a hurry there is you got a runner tied up between first and second base, and you got 8 teammates and a dugout screaming 1-1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get rid of the baseball, but certainly that's a transfer call.
Yeah. Ruffner was running. We neglected to say that, and that's to clear up any confusion. Ruffner was running on the play, and so he was 2/3 of the way down to second base when the ball was popped up, the little shallow pop. So this is our second replay review of the game. We're tied at 1.
So what they're talking about, Brad, is they're going to say, did he secure the baseball before the exchange happens? And I just have to say, there's no question that he secured the baseball first.
Yeah, I would find this one a lot tougher to overturn than the play at second base we saw early in the ballgame. But they'll take a look, try to get it right. So a winning night for softball. Baseball in Youngstown State tied at 1 here. Men's basketball tomorrow night on the network.
There's no question. That's an out.
We've had several looks at it now.
Yeah. That's an out, and it's a bobble on the exchange.
And that was the call. The call on the field was catch, drop on the transfer. And Trevor Sharpie has to ask. You're in a tie game at Auburn in the 7th inning. Doesn't cost you anything here, but a challenge. Here's the call. He is out. Call is upheld. And one challenge lost for Youngstown State. So as called on the field, it's out number 2. And Caleb Hadley, the catcher, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. This is his first look at Whalen. It has cooled off since first pitch. Still a very big crowd. There may have been a few that have left to head over to the arena for the concert, but this is still almost a capacity crowd to pitch to Hadley. Swing and a miss. Slider that ended up at the back of the left-handed batter's box. So much movement, and Hadley couldn't hold up. 0-1.
Yeah, Brad, they're just not seeing that breaking ball, and it's a pretty darn good breaking ball by Drew Whalen.
Whalen in his second inning of work. Short lead over at first for Ruffner. They throw to first anyway, pretty close. It's a good move.
And we got to make sure now that we get good direction off the mound with the front foot, because it looked like his spike got stuck. And if you don't get completely turned, that could be a balk call.
0-1 pitch. Runner goes from first. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second is a strike. And he is out. And Chase Fralick has thrown out his first would-be base stealer of the year. A strike to Rembert. And Ruffner is out at second for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, no errors, and nobody left. 7th inning stretch time, 1-1 our score. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. Wind Creek Casino, find your winning moment. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Opening night has become a pitcher's duel. We're tied at 1, both teams with 2 hits apiece. Gebhardt, the lefty starter for Youngstown State, and Marciano, the left-handed starter for Auburn, both pitched extremely well. Both are now out of the game. That's your Regions Bank game recap. Luke Zamolik is in. Zamolik, Z-M-O-L-I-K, 6'2", 205. Redshirt senior right-hander from Monroe, Washington. And a transfer from Ave Maria University. Gebhardt, 1 unearned run on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts in 6 innings. He threw 94 pitches, 61 of them for strikes. And now he's out, and Zamolik with a herky-jerky right-handed motion delivers outside to Lucas Steele.
How about a double right here, Lucas Steele?
Steele is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Zamolik deals. Up and away, 2-0. He's got a high, jerky leg kick in that windup. Long-legged right-hander. 2-0 pitch. Fastball inside corner or so, 2-1. 89 on that fastball.
Yeah, 2 big misses early, and then it gives him the benefit of the black right there.
2-1. Fastball, right center field, hit well. Center fielder on the run. It'll hang up for him. Spencer got there. Boy, the Tigers have tattooed 2 or 3 balls out to the outfield tonight that have just hung up.
Yeah, Steele's right on time right there. Drills that ball in the gap. Just run down.
You're seeing big swings. There has to be so much adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
For an opening night. And this is a team that averaged striking out about 7 times a game last year. And they have 11 strikeouts tonight. So what Gebhardt was able to do through 6 innings, pretty uncommon. First pitch to Bingaman. Misses outside. 1-0. Bingaman reached on an error, came around to score Auburn's only run back in the 5th. 1-0, swung on and missed. 92 on the heater. The stretch. And Zamolik delivers. Breaking ball. Just below the knees for strike 2. One run, 2 hits, 3 errors for the visitors. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Auburn. The 1-2 pitch. Missed outside with a breaking ball, 2-2. Tried to get Bingaman to chase. Freshman wouldn't do it. 20th round selection by the Diamondbacks organization. Chose to come to college. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Bingaman down on strikes for the first time tonight. 2 down in the 7th. And now here's Cade Ballou. Well, when you think of memorable moments from last season, and there were a lot of them, but Cade's home run on opening night, one of the most emotional.
Yeah, I think you and I were sitting right here. Yeah.
Exactly right.
You went viral that night, buddy.
First pitch. Swung on and missed. Had a home run cut. 0-1. That was one of those moments I went silent is what I went after he put it over the wall. It was hard to find words watching him around the bases a year ago. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, right field, well struck. Right fielder leaps. It's over his head. It's off of his glove and off the wall. Ballou motors to second. It's a stand-up double for Cade Ballou. He went down and got it and drove it over the right fielder Carragher's head. He was lucky to get a glove on it.
That ball was smoked. That down and in to the lefties. The lefties love that pitch. He's right on time. It would have taken that would have been an outstanding play by the right fielder if he had pulled that in.
So here's Chris Rembert, who drove in Auburn's run. He's got a chance with 2 outs to drive in another and put Auburn in front, and they are going to have a discussion or walk him. They're going to walk Chris Rembert.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Chris Remmert's going to hit the ball hard somewhere, and you got a guy on deck who is a great hitter, but he has struggled tonight. All the numbers would tell you to do what they just did.
So in game 1 of the year, Rembert intentionally walked. You're right. It's a smart play. Drove in 46 runs last year and already has driven in 1 tonight. Youngstown State finds itself in a tie game at Auburn in the bottom of the 7th. Bub Terrell stands in. First pitch, swung on and missed. Pulled the string on an off-speed pitch, 0-1. Terrell has struck out 3 times.
So I know exactly what the coaches have been telling Bub. Think middle of the field here. Let's slow everything down and just make it really simple. Barrel the ball, middle of the field here.
0-1. Fly to right. Back goes Carragher. He leaps against the wall and makes the catch. It got on him in a hurry. He was playing Terrell deep. He went back right up against that padded wall, jumped, and made the catch. Didn't rob a home run, but still had to jump up against the wall to make the catch. Right on the College World Series logo. Wow. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. Tigers are getting close. They've stranded 4 in the last 3 innings, but through 7, it's still 1-1. Don't you go away. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Opelika Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu, or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Well, it comes down to the last 2 innings on opening night. 1-1, our score. Tigers and Penguins. How many Penguins do you think are in Youngstown, Ohio?
Well, I don't know, but I'm going to ask you this question. Who was the Penguin in Major League Baseball? What famous Major League Baseball player was the Penguin?
Here is Hadley. Little inside-out swing. He bounces one on a hop to first base. It's gloved over there by Bingaman. And 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's what we call a jam sandwich.
Yep.
So somebody in a dugout over there is asking him if he would like some peanut butter with the jam sandwich that was just served to him. Who was the Penguin?
When did he play?
Oh, he was in the 70s and 80s.
Okay. I should know this just because of baseball history, but I don't.
That was Ron, born in the USA. Ron Say.
Ron Say, the Penguin.
The Penguin. Longtime Dodger.
Yeah. Yuri Perro, the batter, he bunts it left side. Clay fields, throws, out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Clay played that one like a veteran. I thought you were going to ask me who was the Penguin in the 90s Batman Returns movie.
The only Penguin I knew was Burgess Meredith.
Sure.
Who also played Rocky's manager-trainer guy.
Sure.
But Burgess Meredith was the best Penguin of all time.
Better than Danny DeVito Penguin.
Yes, it was the TV show.
Yeah.
That's how old, man, I'm showing how old I am. I'm talking about the Batman TV show.
Here's Nathan Beckley, the first baseman. First pitch to him, and Whalen puts it right on the inside corner. 0-1. Whalen has not given up a hit through 2 2/3 innings. He's walked a couple. He struck out a couple. Beckley came on to pinch hit a couple of innings ago. 0-1 pitch. Bounced it up there, away from the catcher. A ball and a strike. Brad Law, John Cohen from the booth at Plainsman Park. Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview studios. 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Popped the mid at 93. And now Whalen in the driver's seat. Nobody on, 2 outs, trying to make quick work of the Penguins in the top of the 8th. Here comes the crowd. Whalen, the right-hander, rocks, fires, swung and missed. 94 on the fastball. And he sits down Beckley, and he sits down the Penguins in order in the 8th. 3 up, 3 down. To the bottom of the 8th we go. 1-1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you that you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning at Plainsman Park. 1-1 the score. Tigers trying to break through offensively. They've had runners on base in each of the last 3 innings, and they've had base runners in 5 of 7 innings so far. But just 1 run on 3 hits. Guevara has one of those hits, a single in the first inning. He's 1 for 3. He's also struck out and flied out to right. Guevara tries to get it started. He's played primarily third base his first 2 years at Auburn. First pitch to him is in there for a strike, a breaking ball, 0-1. I love what Coach Nonamaker said last night on Tiger Talk. Said you could play him at short and then put him back at third, and it's like a duck in water.
Yeah.
He's just natural.
He can really defend that side of the field.
0-1, nowhere close. It bounced in the left-handed batter's box, 1-1.
He's one of those guys that his glove always gets through the ball. He's got soft hands. He's got arm strength. He's got, great feel. And he's got that great timing mechanism in his head.
1-1 pitch.
Get
off
out.
the hands, right center field, it's down. Guevara has his second hit, and that one's going to roll the wall. Eric races for second base. He's in. A stand-up double for Eric Guevara, a 2-hit night for the junior shortstop.
So we're going to talk to Freilich right here. We're going to have an offensive meeting, and here's what he's going to say to him. He's going to say, hey, this ball's got to go to the right side of the infield. He goes, I'm going to give you 2 options. Option 1, you can get on top of the plate and hit a ground ball the right side, or option 2, I'm going to let you decide. If you're not seeing it, I'm going to let you bunt. So a lot of times the person who's running the offensive side is going to get that option, especially to somebody.
Now the shortstop is going to have to play a little closer to the bag at second. Chase does go the other way well. Would you give him some freedom there, or is it exclusively right side here?
It's got to go the right side.
Yeah, all right.
You can't take that chance of taking a shortstop toward the play at third base.
First pitch in there for a strike. With that in mind, then if you're Zamolik, are you trying to pitch him away?
That's right. You should be.
Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball right side and through. Base hit for Freilich. Here comes Guevara. No, they'll throw up the stop sign. Bobbled by the right fielder. Here comes Eric. He's home safe. Sliding head first. It was bobbled by Carragher in right field. Guevara had stopped. He saw the right fielder misplay the ball, and then he hit startup mode again, and Auburn leads 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th.
When you coach third base, that's your nightmare scenario because you got to stop him. You got nobody out. you're not going to make the first out at the plate there. And the nightmare scenario for you is you stop him, and then there's a bobble, and then you got to get him cranked up again. And Guevara runs plenty well enough to score there to take that risk. But what a great job by Frelick listening to the instructions of the coaching staff saying, look, I might get out here, but if I get out, this ball's going to the right side of the field, and he gets a hit out of it, Brad.
It's a single for Frelick. Guevara comes home on the error by the right fielder.
And it's got to be an error.
Yep.
Why? Because he stopped.
He stopped.
If he ran through the stop sign there, it wouldn't be an error.
Yeah.
But because he comes to a complete stop, you have to give the right fielder an error.
Still nobody out. Frelick now your runner at first, and Todd Clay, the batter, 0-for-3. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout. Visit to the mound to talk to Zamolik. First pitch to Clay. Breaking ball, high, 1-0. Well, that lit up the crowd a little bit here, too. It had been a little tense. Tigers on top, 2-1. Both runs unearned. Swing and a miss by Clay. He tried to hit it to Notasulga. 1-1 the count. Tigers lead in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-1. Outside. Lunging stop by Hadley to keep Frelick at first. It's 2-1.
Hadley makes a nice stop right there, but Frelick is he's not a flyer, but he's somebody who can really run the bases well. He's got to be looking breaking ball in the dirt right here.
2-1. Breaking ball missed inside, and it's 3-1.
This is a great time to start a runner, especially with a breaking ball guy on the mound. Why? Because you're probably going to get a ground ball on a breaking ball.
Here's the 3-1. Fastball drilled foul. Man, he caught it. He was just early.
This would almost be a permanent green light right here to run on a 3-2 if you know there's contact and you have a plus runner.
Payoff pitch to Clay. Line, center field, it'll hang up. Spencer makes the catch out to his right side for the out.
That's a great at-bat by Todd Clay right there. He stayed in there on the breaking ball. He flicked his hands. He hit a rocket to center field. That wins. Over the long haul, that win. He's disappointed he didn't get a hit right there. But the coaching staff isn't, because that's a great job of hitting with 2 strikes right there.
It's a winning at bat. Regardless what it produced in that moment, it's a winning at bat.
It sure is.
Yeah. All right, here's Gregorio, and before he can bat, I think they may go to a lefty here. Trevor Sharpie, the head coach, is out, and he is given the signal. So we'll get a pitching change. This is a Pepper Tree pitching change for Youngstown State. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and the finest cuts of meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery. Online, Steaks in Wine, Steaks the letter N, wine.com. Youngstown State makes a Pepper Tree pitching change.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all. Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn has taken a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning over Youngstown State, and the Penguins make a Pepper Tree pitching change for left-hander Sloan Ulrich. Ulrich. Ulrich, 6 feet, 200 pounds, a redshirt senior out of Salone, Ohio. Last year, 17 appearances in relief and 4 starts. He was 0-2, 35 innings and an earned run average just north of 10. He walked 35 and struck out 18. 0-2, but he did have 2 saves. Both losses came in Horizon League action. One of his saves had a 10.5 earned run average in 24 innings in conference play. Sloan Ulrich is on. He's the third pitcher of the night for Youngstown State. Zamolik went an inning and a third. Gave up a run and 3 hits, a run on 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 25 pitches, 17 strikes. And this is straight lefty on lefty here for Trevor Sharpie and the Penguins. They wanted the lefty Ulrich against Gregorio. Logan tonight 0 for 3. He's grounded out, struck out, reached on a fielder's choice. Runner at first, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, the run in for the Tigers. Hey, whether you're planting a tree or tackling a backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Contact Alabama 811 before you dig to get your underground utilities marked for free. Visit al811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Gregorio steps in. First pitch. Right through there for a strike, 0-1.
I think it says a lot about Gregorio. You know, there's some right-handed opportunities off the bench, and Butch Thompson decides, or Gabe Rose decides to stick with Gregorio. That means he stays on the left-handed breaking stuff pretty well.
Now wide open lunging stance for Gregorio. Pitch. Off speed. Missed outside. 1-1. I don't know if it's because it's cooler or if it's because the game is tight in the late stages, but if you're watching on in the booth cam, you'll see that John's been standing for the last inning or so. There's no time for sitting in the late part of the game. 1-1, bouncing ball right side, left, second baseman glove, spins and throws to first for the out. Yuri Perro thought for a moment about going to second, and then thought better of it to take the sure out at first. Freilich in scoring position with 2 down.
How many times did Lucas Steele come through in situations like this a year ago?
Yeah.
He's a veteran. He's played a lot of college baseball, and these are the moments that he lives for.
Drove in 45 runs a season ago. First pitch to him at the knees for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Threw him a changeup and missed high with it.
Yeah, it looks like a higher arm slot right there on that pitch than the previous pitch. It's a lower arm slot for the fastball, which is highly unusual because usually on a breaking ball, it's a little bit lower of a slot.
The 1-1 offering. Missed outside. 2-1. Hadley tried to frame that one, bring it back, didn't get the call. That is not Hetzler warming up for Auburn in the bullpen right now. It's a lefty. 2-1 pitch. High fly ball, but he got under it. Center fielder Spencer measures it and catches it for the out, and the inning is over. But Auburn grabs a lead, a leadoff double by Eric Guevara. He scores during Freilich's at bat, and Auburn takes a 2-1 lead into the 9th inning. Whalen back on the mound to start the 9th. We'll see if he can slam the door on the Penguins. Tigers on top 2-1 as we go to the 9th. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Where were you when this happened?
Okoro, Purifoy to Okoro. Drives right past Neesmith to the hole and jams it with the right hand with a foul.
Woo! Woo! You have always been my favorite.
Hello, Powder Springs, Georgia.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
All right, back at Plainsman Park, defensive change for Auburn as we go to the ninth inning. Bristol Carter enters the game in center field. Kate Ballou moves over to left. So Ballou in left, Carter in center. Just a little more range to track down balls hit in the outfield. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, Bub's in left.
No, Bub in left.
Yeah, Bub's in left. Ballou goes to right.
Yeah.
Bristol's in center.
So everybody gets to move around. Terrell in left, Carter in center, Ballou in right.
Yeah, that's a very, very fast, active defensive group in the outfield.
Top of the order, Whalen starts Spencer with a breaking ball low, 1-0.
But what do you lose? You lose all the pop. So, we don't want them to score here, but if they did score and you went into extras, you just lost the power bat out of your lineup as well. So you have a calculated risk there.
1-0, misses low. Whalen keeping it down to start the inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Spencer is 0 for 3, a strikeout, a fly out, a ground out. The ground out was against Whalen back in the 6th. Drew's on his 4th inning of relief. Marciano went the first 5. Now 3+ for Whalen, the 2-0. There's a strike at the knees. It's 2-1. Michigan State transfer Garrett Brewer, lefty, in the bullpen for the Tigers. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and foul tipped at the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, this is where you have to have experienced people like Fox in the bullpen, because you got to have these guys ready hitter by hitter for the 9th inning. But at the same time, you got a doubleheader probably tomorrow because of the rain on Sunday. So you got to be very, very careful. You can't burn an arm in the bullpen right now, which is probably why Whalen's still out there.
2-2 pitch. Nearly hit him. Just an overthrow. And now the count is full. Spencer, Carragher, and Rossi. 2-1, Tigers lead, top of the 9th. The pitch. Fastball, a little nubber off the hands.
Let it go foul. Let it go
rolls
foul.
Foul, yeah. It hit about 2 feet to the right of the line, but clearly had a lot of side spin. And quickly rolled foul.
Another jam sandwich right there.
Yeah.
There are possibly some fingers left in the batter's box.
How do you think? What would you think about selling that as a concession item? Do you think people would buy
The
jam
jam
sandwiches?
sandwich?
Yeah.
Well, peanut butter and jelly, I mean, it's an absolute staple.
Of course.
I mean, that sells everywhere. But you don't see it sold at ballparks very much.
You can have some fun with that. Payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. 3rd walk issued by Whalen.
Now, that one walk probably means you lose somebody for tomorrow, because now they got to get hot. Now the group has to get hot because, Whalen's 40 pitches into this.
Chase Fralick out to talk to his pitcher.
Once you get beyond the 35, 40 pitch rate, every kid's different. Every kid's different. But once you get that deep into it, then, you just don't know what's left in the tank this early in the season.
And Whalen is at 40 pitches. See if it was the entire conversation or if that was buying time for Everett Tiefert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole conversation, it appears.
Yeah.
And Carragher steps in. Carragher hit 8 homers a year ago. Tonight, he is 0 for 3. Strikeout, fly out, ground out, throw to first. And the runner is back. This is a team that likes to run. They had 2 guys returning with double-digit stolen bases. And you would figure they'd try to be aggressive. Leadoff man on, and Auburn's paying attention to Spencer close on the throw to first.
So on the first pick, he gains really good ground, and it's a slow pick. It's an average to below average slow pick. That one was quicker. So he's trying to set up the base runner here.
64 for 88 in steals a year ago as a team. Pitch to Carragher. Pop fouled back out of play. Spencer bluffed. 0-1.
This is how the game's changed a little bit also. We used to teach, Butch used to teach, what we'd call a hold and pick and then a hold and pitch. But with a pitch clock, it's harder to hold the baseball longer. But that really freezes the runner if you just hold the baseball to a count of 3.
Throw to first. Tag just a little late. No balls and a strike. Nobody out. Top of the 9th. Tying run at first for Youngstown State. It's 2-1. Auburn grabbed the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Whalen in his 4th inning of relief delivers. Fastball gets away from the catcher. Or did it hit him? It hit him. He says it hit him. Carragher says that it hit him. And the home plate umpire, Chuck Pack, says, no, you're going to go back to the box. Spencer moves to second regardless.
Now, just keep this in mind now. If he's saying that he didn't gain, he's saying right now.
They're going to challenge. They're going to challenge the play, go to our 3rd review of the night. Youngstown State's 1-1 in reviews. Trevor Sharpie arguing that Carragher was hit by the pitch. We'll get another look.
Well, it definitely hit him.
Yep.
It definitely hit him. What I thought the umpires were saying is if the hitter gains ground toward the strike zone and it hits him, and there's no attempt to get out of the way, then it's an automatic strike and the hitter and the base runner can't advance.
He called that a foul ball on the play. Call on the field is a foul ball.
But he didn't make the runner go back to first.
Right.
So it definitely hit him. The question is if he gained ground toward the pitch and made no attempt to get out of the way. Because the glove's there and the ball just disappears. There's no question it hit him. I mean, there's no question that ball hit him. So if that's what they're looking at, they're going to find that it hit him. The question is, did we gain ground toward the baseball itself and make no attempt to get out of the way?
Will they even look at it that closely, or will they just look and see did it hit him or not? We're about to find out because here comes the call. Yeah, it was hit. And I just bet that's what they looked at, and that was it. And so a walk and a hit batter. Whalen has not given up a hit since coming into the game, but he's walked 3 and now he's hit 1. And runners are at first and second with nobody out here in the 9th for Youngstown State. They're going to get together, have an offensive huddle. It's nearly 8 o'clock. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Drew Whalen in his Auburn debut, trying to get out of trouble here in the 9th. He has walked the leadoff man and hit the number 2 batter, and now Luke Rossi, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, tries to come through for his team. Corner infielders play in for the Tigers. Middle infielders in between. Whalen turns and throws to second. Spencer back standing.
So, Brad, here's the purpose for that. The purpose of that inside pick right there has nothing to do with trying to get the runner out. It's trying to see if you can get the hitter at the plate to show you if he's going to bunt. And you got 30 guys in that dugout staring him down, trying to see if he showed any indication he was going to bunt there.
First pitch. He's not bunting. He takes a slider low for ball one. At least he wasn't bunting on that pitch. Often, though, you'll see no show on the first pitch. And especially if he gets ahead in the count, he may show here. First and second, nobody out. Pitch to Rossi. Takes a strike. Slider. This time it found the zone. 1-1.
So here's what we don't know. We don't know if Coach Sharpie is saying, hey, look, I'm going to give you a strike. Swing away.
Yeah.
Once you get a strike, you get a bunt. The other thing we don't know is if this young man if Rossi can actually bunt.
Yeah.
Because not all hitters know how to bunt very well.
Picked him up from the JUCO ranks out of Salinas, California. Another throw to second.
So, again, if you looked in our dugout, everybody's staring at Rossi, trying to determine if he was showing any movement toward a bunt there.
For what it's worth, Clay has backed up at third. He's no longer playing in. 1-1 pitch. Inside out swing, lifts shallow down the right field line and foul. Got it in on the hands. And Rossi fouled it away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, that really changed the dynamic there. And there's 2 reasons to throw a breaking ball here. Number one, this young man hadn't seen the breaking ball very good in this ball game. But number 2, you got a great double play opportunity if he's over the top of the baseball here.
The 1-2. Runners go. It's bounced to the plate, and Freilich gloves it on a hop. He did throw the breaking ball. It was too low, and the runners were moving. A double steal. Carragher to second, Spencer to third.
This is where you ask yourself, even though it's a 2-2 count, you ask yourself, do we have some swing and miss in the bullpen?
Yeah.
If we got right-handed swing and miss in the bullpen that's hot right now, it's not a bad time to do it.
Tying run is at third. Go-ahead run at second. Nobody out. Infield comes in. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Topped foul. Still 2-2.
This is, you can work outside of the zone here because if you walk Rossi, it's not as big a deal because you're creating a force all over the field, and he's not the runner you're worried about. You want to get an out here, but the guy at third base and second base are pretty important.
Shannon on deck. He has the home run for Youngstown State. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Tried to get that fastball by him at 92, and it was at the knees. It was a well-placed pitch. Rossi just went down to get it and foul it off. 2-1 Auburn. Top of the ninth.
They might bring in. It's possible they might bring in swing and miss here with a 2-2 count.
Everett Tiefert is out. Yeah, so they're either talking strategy or they're going to make a change mid-count. Everett Tiefert in his third season as the Auburn pitching coach.
What you just saw there is you saw 2 different breaking ball and a fastball, and he stayed on both, and they're going to go left-handed here.
They sure are. There's the signal into the bullpen. It'll be Garrett Brewer, the transfer from Michigan State. They really like him, and he's a guy who Carson Myers came on last year as that primary left-hander out of the bullpen, and he could do it long inning, middle relief. He could come in toward the end of a ball game. He was kind of one of the first lefties out of the bullpen a lot last year. Brewer may be a guy you see more on the back end, and this is one of those spots here trying to preserve a 2-1 lead.
So if you're traditionalist, you might be saying here, why with a 2-2 count are you bringing in a different arm? Well, because Rossi's never faced this guy. So now he's got to adjust in one pitch here to the guy on the mound, and the guy on the mound has some swing and miss stuff, whether it's a breaking ball or the ability to pitch fastball in. So this is a leverage move for Auburn here, and I think it's a really good one because even though this young Rossi has taken 2 pretty good swings against two different pitches, now he's got to see it out of a different arm, and he's got to make that adjustment. I think this is just a brilliant move.
So we will tell you more about Garrett Brewer, who inherits 2 runners on and a 2-2 count. Nobody out, top of the ninth, and the Tigers leading 2-1 as Auburn makes the Ford call to the bullpen.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Garrett Brewer is on, left-hander, 6'3", 174, a junior out of Eau Claire, Michigan. Spent his first 2 years in college at Michigan State. Last year, 2-2 with a 4.48 earned run average, 17 appearances, all in relief. He had 1 save, 41 strikeouts in 34 1/3 innings. Batters hit just .223 against him a season ago. Did not allow an earned run in 7 of his last 10 appearances last year for the Spartans. Had a 1.80 earned run average. As a freshman, 9 appearances, including 1 start, 10 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts, and a 4.22 earned run average. So Garrett Brewer is on to try to pull this one back in. Drew Whalen did not give up a hit, but he walked 3 and hit 1. Whalen in 3 innings of work, no runs, no hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 43 pitches, 24 strikes. So all 3 pitchers tonight making Auburn debuts. And Brewer comes in with the stakes high. Here is the 2-2 to Rossi. Struck him out. Fastball, 92.
You know, that's great strategy employed by the Auburn coaching staff right there. And I don't care if it works or not. They played the numbers, and that's the right move to make, whether you're playing Youngstown or you're playing LSU or whomever. That was very well played by the coaching staff.
It worked exactly the way they wanted it to there. They got the swing and miss from the bullpen. And now it's the right-handed hitting Shannon, who homered earlier. First pitch. Fastball outside, 92. 1-0. He homered off of Marciano in the 4th inning off a changeup. Pitch home. Strike on the outer edge.
You know, this is one of those relationship and trust issues, because for you to throw your fastball and breaking ball down with key runners in scoring position, you got to trust Fralick, and Fralick's got to trust the guy on the mound.
Pitch to Shannon. Foul. My goodness, he nearly took the head off of the man in the on-deck circle.
Wow.
I mean, that's as close as we've ever seen somebody in the on-deck circle.
That could have been awful.
My goodness. Ruffner's okay. Count a ball and 2 strikes. Shannon, 6'2", 225, out of Youngstown.
He might need some laundry done tonight.
1-2. Swung and missed. Chase 92 away. And the Garrett Brewer fastball has been lethal. 2 away in the 9th. Garrett Brewer trying to shut down the middle part of the order for the Penguins. Give the Tigers an opening night win, and it's all down to this, Teddy Ruffner.
Now you employ what's called big infield. You got to get the out at first base, and you can't let that second run score, so you're going to create more of a big infield space with your defenders.
Pitch to Ruffner, grounded foul. It's 0-1, and here comes the crowd. 2 strikeouts and a walk for Ruffner tonight. Many of them on their feet at Plainsman Park. No 1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. The familiar echoes of "Let's Go Auburn" sounding very Mike Cooper-esque.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, what a great man. And what a great atmosphere he helped to create here at Plainsman Park. We're so indebted to him.
1-1. Fly ball center field. Here's Carter. He's under it. He's got it. And the Tigers win on opening night. Auburn 2, Youngstown State 1. They spill out of the dugout. Fans on their feet celebrating. One of a lot of wins this year in this ballpark. And John, they had to earn it. I mean, Youngstown State pushed right down to the 27th out.
Yeah, and a brilliant pitching performance by their left-hander. And you know what? Everybody wants you to score 20 runs in your home opener, but this is the kind of ball game that promotes growth of a ball club because every out mattered in this ball game. Really proud of our baseball team and just really well coached through all of those scenarios late in the ball game.
Auburn 2, Youngstown State 1. Tigers are 1-0 on the year. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola.